Alright, welcome back, dudes. We were supposed to be doing an episode about replacing the floor in our CB Avenger in one day, which we're still going to do, but the fiberglass didn't get here in time, so instead we're sitting on our CB Avenger seat.
Shucks.
Alright, so instead of fixing the boat, I'm going to share with you something that I think is really cool and most people don't know about. If you are a Mercury nerd, I don't know what, we had a discussion, what was it? It wasn't paraphernalia.
Memorabilia. This is a really interesting, iconic piece of memorabilia about Mercury's history and Mercury just as a company, and Rob has one now and he's excited.
So this is an Alterscale model outboard. It's 1/9 scale. They only made about 400 of these in all the different variants, 400 each. It's the craziest model of an outboard I've ever seen, and I'm not saying there's like a ton of outboard models around, but I'll show you what I mean. I'm gonna get the camera closer.
Okay, and Rob has shown this to so many people with so much excitement, and actually they're excited too, so clearly I'm the one who didn't know how cool these were.
So if you haven't seen my video on the history of the little Merc 2-stroke V6 here, just check it out, it's right up here. These motors are cool, and they actually made this scale model of them, and unlike a lot of dealership models or anything like that, this is actually really nice. It's not like a cheap piece of garbage. It is die-cast, so this whole engine, like, feel this thing.
It is
hefty. It's all metal, and it has like chrome plated parts here.
And look,
it's got a cleaver.
Moves.
Look at the midsection. There's a trim cylinder right here, and as you rotate the outboard and trim it out, you can see the cylinder move. It's so cool. What makes this really nuts, just like on the real cowl, you have these little rubber straps. Do you like this cowl, Sarah?
You're just the worst.
So underneath this, again,
I should make this noise again.
Every time you look at it. How does it go?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you do.
I'm not doing it again.
This is what's so crazy, is the power head is like crazy detailed. I mean, you can see the coils, you can see the individual spark plug wires going to each coil. You can see the coolant crossover up there. I mean, over here where all the solenoids are and the starter and everything, like, look at all the individual wiring.
That's the part that I thought was the most intricate. Like, wow, the individual wiring and like the ways it clips into other parts of the engine. Like,
there's
wow.
even like a throttle mechanism. I mean, it doesn't move, but it looks like it should, because it's literally like a formed piece of wire. I think one of the nuttiest things to me, check out the starter. Even the starter gear is like painted brass. And it's really nuts. And I don't know if you noticed it already, but down here in between the lower part of the cowl and the transom, there's a couple wires. And then right where the transom like mounting plate is, there's two little metal contacts. And there's two little metal contacts here with some batteries in the bottom. Now, you can't buy these anymore. They stopped making these in, I think, 2000s. This is now a 20-year-old little desk model.
I feel really old now. Thank you for that.
And they only made 400 of them, so they don't really pop up for sale very often. Anyway, so those wires, when you press a button, check this out.
Oh, it's anticlimactic.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess the rest of the video is going to be me fixing this quick.
What happened?
I don't know. Well, the prop is supposed to spin, so let's figure out how to make that work again. Alright, let's see if we can figure this thing out. On the bottom here, there's some batteries. Yep, we got some corrosion. This little switch is not quite so simple. It has something that lets it run for a minute. Man, it almost looks like this circuit board fried a little bit right here. I wonder if I just flow some new solder on it, if it would fix it. Okay, I'm getting an overload signal on this, which means if this motor works, this should work. I don't know what to do, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to take these contacts and just bend them out a little bit. Alright boys, I couldn't get it to work, so like most Mercury outboards on this channel, it like looks really cool, but it's not quite right. Anyway, happy to share this with you. I think these are amazing. Again, they only made like 400 of these things, so they don't pop up very often. They usually go for like $300 to $400 online, but the build quality and the attention to detail on these things is just nuts. So if you see one, you should buy it. All right. Oh, and before I go, just so you guys know, I do have another channel. It's Advanced Garage. So coming up, we are going to be digging into this Jaguar XJ6 Series 1. This thing is badass. It has triple carbs and a manual transmission swap from an E-Type. And then we're also going to have some updates on the 911. This thing is back on the road, and I am loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. All right, till next time, dudes. You just got to grab it in the right spot?
Grab it in the right spot. Brute force guy wanted to just like cut his way in, but like you just had to grab it in the right spot. Look at that little nub right there. That's all I'm saying.
Nice.
Please, you get it.